This conference will now be recorded.
Ready?
We are ready, Jody.
All right, we'll call the first meeting of 2025 to order. Our first order of business will be swearing in of the recently elected council members. Myself and Councilmember Warkey.
All right. Both raise your right hands. You can look at those if you want to. I state your name.
I, Jody Winnemer,
Josh Werke,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and to discharge faithfully
and to discharge faithfully
the duties of the office of council member
the duties of the office of council member
of the city of New Richland
of the city of New Richland
in the county of Waseca
in the county of Waseca,
in the state of Minnesota,
the state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
can you get your autograph now?
Yeah. All right, all finds Mayor Ferguson and Councilmember Economy was called away on an emergency absent. Let the record show that a quorum exists. We'll now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I would like to add one thing in new business, number 2 under new business, that EDA grant that we talked about the last meeting, or the EDA meeting.
Okay.
And then I think due to the lack of council members we have, we should strike number 2, the council meeting discussion off of the unfinished business. We can
Okay.
talk about that when all of us are here, when all the council.
Totally agree. Need a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. A motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Can I get a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion for that. Second.
I'll second it. Have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments, anyone wishing to speak? Okay. Go down to ordinances, resolutions. Resolution 25-01.
All right, so the first resolution that you have in front of you is resolution 25-01. It's a resolution adopting an updated fee schedule. The 2 items on there are updating our annual update for the ambulance service rates. This is due to a service, South Central EMS did a survey of all of the services around us, and this is based off of that information from that survey. So this is the middle of the road of that survey. So there are still services charging more than this. This is the middle of the road. So as you can see, for like our base call rate was $400 on the middle of the road service in our area of what we were charging. So this is to bring us back in line to basically everywhere else that's in our area for service charges. That's the first part of this. Second part of this is to bring into the line the $5 a month storm sewer department charges for our storm sewer charges that were recently added for our storm sewer fund.
What is the Medicare approved rate? Is that what we used to go on?
Medicare only pays what Medicare pays. It doesn't matter what we bill. So the reason we did that was because then we always would get paid. This way, basically, the people we're billing who have normal insurance that's not Medicare insurance
Right.
are going to be paying those bills, and they're going to pay the full bill. The Medicare is only going to pay what Medicare only pays. So.
Okay. Sounds reasonable. Okay. So, anybody want to move to adopt the resolution?
I move to adopt resolution 25-01, resolution adopting updated fee schedule.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the second resolution is 25-02, authorizing a new member in the Regional Safety Group.
So as we approved last year, we are now part of the Regional Safety Group as with the League of Minnesota Cities. This is just the resolution authorizing us to be part of that group. It's required in order for them to add us to it.
And that's you and Jody, right?
Well, this is just to sign,
Sign it.
sign it. That just signatories. That it has nothing to do. That's just to sign it. This just says that the city is going to be involved in the group, and we already proved that. This is just the
Gotcha.
signature part of it to combine the groups into one group.
So they get,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we accept resolution 2502 for members of the regional safety group.
We'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution's adopted. Ambulance report.
All right. I thought Sarah was in here, but she was not. So, Laura's working on the refresher. They're going to be getting me some information for the bills for that. Jennifer had her first round of chemo, had a double mastectomy on January 6th. All went well, and she looks to be back around the middle of February.
Okay.
The money for the the rural EMS came through. With that, Sarah's been working with vendors to look at cots, monitors, stair chairs, to replace some of the high ticket items that have been towards the end of their service life. So that's what she's working on currently.
What was that amount again?
A little over $86,000. Yeah.
Nice.
Working on a training schedule for this year, and we've done our monthly meetings the second Sunday of each month. With that, I've been working with EMS MC. This is the new new billing consultants that I've been looking at going with. In talking with them, very impressed with them. In the 3 or 4 other ambulance places that I've talked with, this is the company that everybody migrated to and saw an immediate increase in revenue and a lot of the problems solved from expertise billing. Currently, we're paying $19 per call as available. Their rate would be $21.50
I was just gonna
a
ask you how
call.
much we had, because I thought that 21, I mean,
Yeah, so
compared to now, no,
Yeah.
it isn't.
based on the last few years of data that from Sarah, the increase that it would cost us over the whole entire year would be approximately $300. Well, if we can recoup $300, I mean, it's kind of pretty much a no-brainer
Oh, yeah.
to try to go with them. So I would like approval to seek a new contract with EMS MC. And there is I think we have to give a 60-day notice to expertise. There's some challenges with how that's going to work out, but I would like the council to approve Sarah and I to work out the transition from expertise to EMS MC.
Right, it'd be nice to know in that transition time, how many bills are out there hanging out,
Right.
Yeah.
And EMS MC will not take on expertise stuff.
No, I don't blame them.
Right. So, but they have a lot. She was very knowledgeable. One of the crazy things that she told me that really threw some lights on is that with EMS billing, once the insurance company agrees to the bill, they still want, so once the insurance company gets a letter and agrees to the bill and they send everything through, they want a confirmation 7 days later. Well, a lot of times expertise doesn't always send that confirmation letter. So that's a lot of times how their stuff gets messed up. Well, their stuff is all digitally done. So they have an automatic 7-day thing built into their system. So after 7 days, it automatically generates that letter, sends it back to the insurance company. Everything's done online. Also with this company, every person that anybody goes with our ambulance gets their own billing window. So they go to the website, they go online, they see what their account is, what their ambulance bill is, what their current date is, what their insurance is paid, what's due. Right now, it's a mess of what anybody gets from expert key billing, so.
Well, I see here on a chart they had, was one was like 4 something, one was 6%, one was 7% up in collections. So if that gives ours any indication, then it's worth going over to them.
Yeah. Mhm.
They're gonna get more collections out.
Right. Yeah, and they would handle, there would be no payments that would come to us anymore. Everything would go to them, and it'd be one electronic transaction into our bank.
And doesn't this relate to that line item on the budget of collections that sometimes we used to write off
Right.
completely?
It would hopefully minimize that or start to bring that down.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. You said you need a,
Yeah, I need approval for that, and then we'd need approval for the ambulance report after that.
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for the EMS MC as stated here.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
I'll
Opposed? Motion carries.
make a motion that we accept the ambulance report.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Fire department report. Pretty self-explanatory.
All right, yep. 0 fire calls, 1 medical, 1 lift assist, 2 calls. Confined space rescue, they did for training, 37 calls for the year. They also assisted Santa and Mrs. Claus visit the kids before Christmas.
Yes,
Where did they do the confined space training?
They did
They
it
usually bring a trailer in and then.
They did it at Cargill this year.
Oh, yes, you're right. They did.
Okay.
They went out to Cargill this year. But if they don't do it there, they have a confined space trailer, a semi that they bring in,
Huh.
or a one of those box trailers.
Yeah, all they do is drop somebody in a place they can't see.
So, yeah. And then with that,
Excuse me.
the fire department has decided on a specification for their wildland brush truck that they're looking for, so that is attached here.
There wasn't a price on that, was there?
No, because we have to put it out for bids.
That's what I thought.
So,
We're just saying we want to bid it.
yep, so this is what it is here. So, the bid is attached to this. I would recommend to the council that they publish the bid specs in the city's website and then on the Star Eagle. Bids due to the city administrator's office by 12 o'clock noon, Friday, the 7th of February. And then we would review those bids the February 10th council meeting. And then you guys can either choose to award a bid or make some other decision.
Didn't they say at the last, when somebody was standing there, the fire department, that it might take over a year to get this?
Yeah, after it's ordered, it could take up to a year to get the truck.
I think that price I heard is about 200,000 roughly.
Yeah.
Probably be more, but
I'll make a motion that we put this out for bids in the paper.
I will second it.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll make a motion we accept
Publish the
the,
bid.
we accept the fire department monthly report.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Police department. Think of my person.
We responded to 128 calls for service for the month of December, bringing our total call for 2024 to 2,134 calls. Obviously up from 2023, from 1323. The only, thank the Lord, December was slower than previous months because we needed a break. We paid the second half of the county attorney's fee. And that's all I have on that. Joel, please stand. You take pictures.
Yeah.
Please.
Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger Pepsi.
Huh? What? Repeat after me. I, Joel Jant,
I, Joel Jan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Minnesota,
and the state of Minnesota,
and to discharge faithfully
and to discharge faithfully
the duties of police officer
the duty of police officer
for the police department of the city of New Richland
for the City of Police Department of New Richland
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
Congratulations. Correct.
That is all.
I make a motion to accept.
We need to do a few other things. So with Joel's movement to the full-time status, Perrin requires a resolution saying that he is at least doing 50% of his duties as a full-time police officer. So we need to adopt resolution 25-03, which is a resolution of police officer declaration, which allows him to be on police and fire retirement.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 25-03, resolution of police officer declaration.
I'll second that.
Now we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Uh,
Resolution adopted.
Secondly, this is the Drug Task Force Joint Powers Agreement. So this is the Joint Powers Agreement for the Drug Task Force. This is all of the agencies that are in the Drug Task Force. This is also an investigation agreement. So God help us if there's ever some major crime that happens in the city of New Richland, rather than us paying each agency hourly wages and everything. This is just, we get their help for free. It's a one-time deal, whether it would cost us $20,000 to have the whole drug task force here and SWAT and everything else. It's just $3,700.50 for the
There's a lot to read there.
Yeah, so this is just our annual contract with them, and so this is not just drug task force and SWAT. It's if we were to have a homicide or something like this, they could send investigators to help. This all rolls into that scenario, so that's what this is.
And it's the same price it's been for the last
Yeah, it hasn't
4 or
increased
5
for
years.
And you're our representative, right, Denise, to the,
Yep.
to the board?
Yep, we meet bi-monthly,
Every
So-
couple months?
every couple months.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
We hear from the different, basically all of the Cleos or the chiefs, and our county attorneys meet, at a central location. And,
Coffee and donuts?
usually our county attorney is fantastic and she makes us like special K bars or
Oh, wow. Okay.
puppy chow, or she has a treat every time. She's trying out a new treat tomorrow, and I'm really excited.
Excellent, excellent.
But we get together and we talk about things that are going on in our communities and secret squirrel business that
All
we
right,
need to keep our eyes on and stuff like that, so.
okay.
So yeah, that's just, we just need a motion to approve the J.
I'll make a motion to approve the JPA drug task force.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then finally, the record staff for the police department, we rely on 2 individuals. One's a retired sheriff's office records person, and one's a current sheriff's office record person. Problem with records for the police department is that there's so much difference between public, private data, what can be released, what can't be released. And things are changing at state and federal level so much that it is impossible for Denise or any of the officers to have to undergo the constant training that takes. And so we rely on those people to release our records for us. They have not had any changes to their salary since I was the chief of police.
They do other towns too.
They do Janesville
And the sheriff's office.
and the sheriff's office. So,
And are they getting that training? If it has
yes,
to be updated?
we don't pay for that training.
No, I know, but I
Yeah.
meant still,
No,
they're getting that new
but they're
training.
doing that on a daily basis. That's their job. They know how to handle
Cool.
it.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
They have not had a pay increase since I was the chief of police here. So, looking into it with the amount of hours that they do, moving them $24 an hour, the maximum cost impact to the police department budget would be $1,000 for the whole entire year to bring that up to the salary. So officer or Chief Ruger and myself make the recommendation that we move that up to $24.
I'll make a motion that we have the PD record staff wage increase.
I'll second it.
And we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. They get a pay raise.
All right, and that's all there is for the police department.
I'll make a motion that we accept the police department report.
I'll second it.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Report accepted. Next order of business, unfinished business, approve the law enforcement local 2526 contract.
Our contract was presented as you guys did it, and they accepted everything, so it just needs to be
Oh, okay.
accepted as presented.
I was looking at the wages on the last, I think it's one of the last
Yeah.
pages. And it,
15?
yeah, page 15. I thought we agreed on a 4%.
Yep.
But this one says increases a 5% general wage increase.
No, it says 4.
No, not mine.
On mine,
No, for 2025,
for 2025 is 5%.
yes,
And for 2026.
4. Yep.
For 2026 is 4%.
Yeah.
Is that what we? I
Yeah,
thought it was
2025 was already set in the budget for 5%. That's what it was for everybody. That was what was what was budgeted for at the during.
Yeah, because 4% kind of just sticks in my brain.
Yeah, 4% is what we
Little
discussed
bit.
for the
Okay,
2026.
I see it on page 16.
Yeah, I get that on the next year, but I thought it was 4% for this year.
No, because that was
All
already budgeted and passed.
So 4% was the amount, that's what we agreed on, and that's what it was.
I'll make a motion that we accept the labor contract for the law enforcement labor services.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, Trinity Lutheran Church wants an additional handicap parking stall.
Yep. They would like to do an additional stall, but this time on the east side of the building.
Okay.
So there is a resolution attached, resolution 25-04, which authorizes that handicap location.
I'm looking at that map. Where's north on that map?
North,
North on the top.
I know where north is.
Yep.
So then that would be the west side where they got.
that's the east.
They have one.
Ash Avenue goes east or north and south.
Right.
And if you said north is on the north, then that would be on the west side of the road.
No.
Right, but if you read what it says on the northwest side of the block.
Oh, you
So
said,
if you look-
I thought you said east.
Well, it's on the east
Well, it's
side
on
of the church.
East side of the church.
Ah, gotcha. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's right
A
there.
little bit of
Yeah.
semantics there.
That big yellow blob.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll make a motion, we accept their request.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Sorry.
So we have to adopt the resolution. Is that what you're,
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
And that's what.
all right,
I'm sorry, I didn't
Okay.
word it right.
resolution adopted. Next, we have an EDA grant.
Fix-up grant for the.
This is just one?
Yeah.
Okay, going up for the $3,000, correct?
I think I've already seen it, but
Yeah, it was what was approved at the ED meeting.
Okay.
But it needed to wait until after the first of the year.
that's right. Yeah, I've seen this one. Said EDA already.
Yeah.
Just-
Yep. I've seen his work.
All right. So we need a motion to approve the fix-up grant for the Panther Powerhouse.
I'll make a motion that we accept the request for the grant for the vent powers of $3,000.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Grant approved.
You want to give me that so I can give it to Tony?
Anybody have anything, any miscellaneous? Administrators report.
Worked with Houston Engineering on some finalizing some grant documents. I believe we're sending that here shortly. Contract offer, we took care of that tonight. Worked with Bolton and Mink on some final items. They're gonna come and do some core drilling, for the project. Working on the year-end activities, beginning of activities for banking services and accounting. Completed payroll for outgoing council members, final sales tax submission for 2024. Continue to work on preliminary audit items for ABDO. Beginning to work on safety committee obligations for League of Minnesota Cities. We have our first safety meeting actually Wednesday over in Mapleton. Employee anniversaries, Carrie Green 5 years for the PD. Eric Hendrickson maintenance 11 years, Clean Howard 5 years for the PD.
All right.
I'll make a motion to accept the city administrator's report.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Report accepted. Anybody have anything else?
I don't.
I don't. Not today.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. No, I'll just entertain it. I mean, it's one of you guys got it.
Oh, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I suppose I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.